Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Cousins. The open man is Smith. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
40.
First down. Here's the run with Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Alpha. I'm coming after you. 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
2nd down and goal. Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
0-0-0.
From the gun, it's Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Now it's Carson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. At the 47. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Daniil Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 27.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Gun.
From the 27, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Go ahead.
Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Check.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he is all the way up past the 25. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A 1st down carry for Smith. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw is Cousins. Flush to his right. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats. And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaleel Johnson breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here we go.
Cook with a first down and much more. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 31-yard line. Cousins now. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd and goal. Cousins, this a screen to Abdullah. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear it now. 3rd and goal. Now Cousins escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Bailey's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think
now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike, 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And some space here. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got it. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Able to get this to Gordon. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A toss to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Benson Mayowa able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Listen to me. Bravo.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Throwing, Cousins. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Wilson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10, flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, this is caught by Antonio Brown. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Ready? 12. Double dog. That's the way. Mike 50 set. 55. Hey, eat.
Here's Wilson throwing again. And his throw here's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown. Good play. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. On 1st down, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his 1st touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And an alley to run. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20, 10, 5. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure they thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He's going to get it running right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing now is Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And say what you want about CenturyLink Field up in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for the Vikings, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.